Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the CloneJam Kitty Horror Show. The CloneJam is a reoccurring game jam that highlights specific developers or game studios by basically being inspired by them. So this game jam specifically is about Kitty Horror Show, and developers were challenged to be inspired by their games to create their own games with maybe the same mood or same type of graphic style or something like that. There are 12 games entered into this jam, so I'm playing them all for about a minute. Links to the individual games will be in the description. There's probably only going to be one video because there's 12 of them. So feel free to check out any of the games. If you want to check me out, links to all my info are also in the description. And as always, thank you very much for watching and liking and commenting. That's about it. Next. First, we're playing the game Temple for my dear friend Ramuna. I don't know how to say her name. Yane of the Lost Keep. This place looks beautiful. I'm loving the colors. Little dots floating around, little lanterns. This way. I'm not really sure what I have to do, but boop. Well, I bet you I should go up there. I see mushrooms. The music stopped. More mushrooms. Okay. Even more mushrooms. See if we look back behind us. Don't know, weird tunnels. Even more mushrooms. Making my way to a mushroom kingdom, it looks like. Things are turning blue. Makes it quite easier to see ahead, though. Yay! Made it to the surface. It's kind of like a weird, creepy feeling, though. Maybe it's because I've played a lot of horror games today. That moon's really neat. Huh. Next. Playing the Assault. Press tab. Sergeant Lunar, welcome Commandant. I see you've arrived safe in the unit. I hope your trip was pleasant. Check the following transmissions in the unit for instructions. Alright. You a transmission? The city below shifts and changes. Each return visit means that old paths you walked and buildings you visited will be displayed. I know you can handle yourself out there, but just be aware and try not to get lost. Alright. Boom. Normally we wouldn't allow this, but because of your rank and service record, we are giving you clearance to enter the Silent City. Just jump down when you're ready. Standard practice to just jump down? Alright. If you say so. Oh, floating down to the city. Alright. Alright. Let's take a look around. It's kind of interesting collecting these transmissions. Did I catch it? Salt everywhere. So I guess there's salt over there. It looks like they like exploring games. This type of developer really does a lot of exploring games. By the looks of things. Underground. Alright. Collecting clues. I think they went underground. So many little bits. How would you even know if you're going the right way? Ruminant. Spotted. Talking flank. Underground. You are a messy little scavenger. What did that say? Why are you here? Looks to be some stuff off in the distance. Next. We're playing the game Zoneworlds. Obsidian Sand Zone. Seemingly endless dunes of glittering black glass. The landscape littered with obelisks and airborne gazebo. Perpetual twilight skies dotted with wispy black clouds. And there, at the center of it all, you stand in front of an impossibly large onyx. I know what that is, but I don't know how to say it. Pyramid. You dig your feet into the sand, letting tiny shards of glass prickle into your skin. Take a deep breath. Ring the doorbell. The pyramid looks shorter than it did last time you visited, the ever-changing dunes bearing the structure to varying degrees between each absence, but still the door remains always just at the right level to enter, visible only by the subtle level. You approach the door and press the small indigo circle next to it. A buzzer cries out, a dreadful whine like a mosquito flying next to your ear. You're used to it by now, and then you wait. After an undeterminable amount of minutes, the door silently slides open. Flickering fluorescent lights from within bathe you in their green-gray glow. The pungent odor of mildew pierces the air outside. Step inside. Dismal housing zone. A miniature hub world connecting apartments, dimly lit hallways snake onwards with no end in sight, too many doors to count, but the pyramid always knows exactly where to take you. You walk forward, stepping over pearlescent black scarabs that skitter across the walls and carpet. Room 333. Summon your strength. It's been 6 days since you've heard from her. Oh goodness, her. No vivid talk, no text chat, no anything. And here you are at her apartment. Why is she avoiding you? What was it you said? What imperceivable sight did you make against her that would cause her to cut off contact so suddenly? Think about life before the zones. A bleak existence, happiness defied with arbitrary tokens in a world where the only certainty was pain and death. You're one of the few left from the time before the zoning, and one of the even fewer who remembers what it was truly like. She never knew life before the zoning. You could never explain it to her. How could you? Those born during this era know nothing of the horrors of survival, of crippling mundane. You can't hold that against her. It's not her fault. She's lucky. You take a deep breath. No matter what happens, you'll always have the zones. Knock. You knock thrice times on her door. Thrice? Goodness, that sounds stupid. You knock 3 times. Okay. And you wait. Next. We're playing the game Parasite. Right, little creatures. I don't know if the controls or anything. Oh. Okay. Thought it froze for a second there. You guys don't look too happy. Green things. Just trying to like hit the things. Wanted us no matter what. I needed blood. Just fell through. No matter what, I needed blood. Alright. Oh. Alrighty. One day, some stuff happened. Next, playing the game Homeland. A woman is writing letters to an old friend with whom she shared her childhood. They grew up in a very old, distant place where no one else has ever been born. They don't live there anymore. This looks beautiful.
Have you heard? They're talking about us now. I'm starting to hear fragments when I hit the crowds. Snatches of yarn from the mouth of the street. And that's all it really is now. A yarn. A story. Because None of them were actually there. No one else was. Like one of the old headlines from before the presses broke down, or some small-town parable with a lesson that no one can remember anymore. I don't know how it started. Maybe something intangible crossed over, a memory, and someone caught it and started talking.
Seems super interesting.
I went back there yesterday, in the afternoon. First time it's happened when the sun's been up. Just snapped right back like nothing ever changed. Like we never left. Saw one of your walkers on the beach. The day had a stiff breeze to it, so it was really moving. Back and forth, up and down the shore. Those things always looked so alive. I don't know how you did it. Got a little bit spooked after a while, being there alone and all. Saw a falcon before I left, though.
But interesting getting bits of story. Next. We're playing 10 Moons. Arrow keys to move, 0 to 9. To adjust the brightness. I'm playing around with the brightness right now. Let's take a look. A bit bright. Pull escape to exit. Alright. My mouse doesn't seem to lock in screen, so it's probably going to go out to the side and show you the stuff that I have open. Well, I apologize for this. Now, is different stuff gonna happen when it gets like different brightnesses? Nope, it's black. Because that'd be cool if, like, yeah, it's so bright that you could see stuff that you couldn't see in the dark. That's just a shadow, though, so. Okie dokie. Got some rooms. Seems like a little house to explore and play with the brightness settings of it. Oh, it's cake. Nom nom nom. For all the fervent first wishes that never were. This is for all the birthdays that never were. Well, it was delicious. Next. We're playing Dark Lumber. She leaves the room. She expects you to follow her. The air is damp outside. The clouds blow shine above the thunderlights. Above, the obsidian sky is only interrupted by some starlight dots. You can't see anything else besides the lit room behind you. The tower is way too dark. She embraces you on the balcony and whispers, "Do you remember?" "Do you remember," she continues, "the days we used to play together? When we made tiny hats for the field mice? When we hunted grasshoppers to offer them to the snakes just for a chance of seeing one? We spoke each other's name and nothing was heard because we hadn't met yet. The games we used to make up, they were never great games, but we had fun. Do you remember when we rode a train that would take us anywhere? We'd go to so many places. The swamp. The train left us at an old metal station. Bones grew all over it from the black muddy soil. We entered the swamp together, but found ourselves soon lost and alone. The swamp had been forever cursed, but only those of a kind heart could escape it. There was no path outside, but you could always keep walking. There was a dog looking at you from a rock above the mud. No matter how much you walked, you always ended up back where you started, lost and alone. There was a dog. A dog looked at you with its curious eyes. You might as well pet the dog. You pet the dog was grateful. You kept walking. The swamp had been forever cursed, only those of a kind heart, some could escape it. Somehow you found a path outside. I was waiting for you there. We should have never come here. The forest. Got down an unmarked stop right in the middle of a clearing. It was cold and damp, but the trees protected us from the wind. We walked through the snow until we reached our cabin, so tired, so cold, but with you it was easier. Next. We're playing Corundum. Wow, this is cool. I want to go up there. Looks like another sort of exploring around type world. Some color in here. Ooh. Graphics. said that this game was unfinished and that only some of the images that they wanted to put in were put in the final version. Okay. Don't want to fall, so let's go back this way. I wonder where this goes. Oh, I fell. It looped back though by the looks of things. Next. Playing Monochrome Wonderland. I guess just to avoid the carrots. Or, well, rockets. Key. And the number 7. Alright. It's too big, I couldn't go that way. Maybe it's like 7 keys left? Yeah, because I have 6. 5. This is quite interesting. You can only really see the keys when the whites of the building go around them. 4. Oh, I see lots of these aliens. Oh goodness. Come on, guy. Three. 2. 1. There it is. The end. Next. Playing the game Attic. I found refuge in an old mansion. I found refuge, not a refuge. Right. Let's see. I saw a mansion in the distance. Getting used to using a real mouse. Looks like a little diamond. You are cold. No shit. It is snowing out. I don't really want to go all the way around. I'm cold. Freezing, a matter of fact. Oh. I think you had better come inside. Well, if you don't mind. I'd love to. I'm cold. Messages inscribed in stone seem directed to me. Had someone in the house left them for me, I found no one. This seems scary. Could it be the house itself? The messages were so kind. You can stay here. Alright. Don't mind if I do. Needed a new house anyway. My old one was full of snow. That looks like a figure to me. I'll stay here forever. Next. We're playing the game Only Footsteps. This is the last game entered in the jam. There's one game I couldn't play because I got some error. It was a shader error. I informed the developer. They can't fix it for a week. Alright, it doesn't lock my mouse and my mouse is going out into Game Jolt and highlighting some stuff. I don't really know where to go. There's someone or something. There's something beautiful, magically even, about the snow. It covers all the blemishes and scars that we gave the world and would rather have hidden. I agree. It was like the first snowfall. It's not a sign. I found a cave, no idea how far down it goes, and I know that no one has ever been this far north. The cave doesn't look natural. Ooh, I fell in. Alright. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and have fun checking out these games. Don't forget to like and comment. This one seems quite cool. Next. Well, not next because there is no more. Bye!